The past year has exposed the deep contradictions at the heart of global diplomacy. As the world faces crises in both Ukraine and Gaza, President Trump's foreign policy is under growing scrutiny, not for its strength, but for its selective moral outrage and double standards. When Russia invaded Ukraine, the U.S. establishment, led by President Trump, reacted with fierce and immediate condemnation. Broad coalitions formed, economic sanctions were enforced, and the world was told that defending democracy and international law was a non-negotiable duty. The U.S. pushed its allies to follow suit, demanding accountability, supporting Ukrainian resistance, and warning that silence in the face of aggression was complicity. Countries that chose their own path, like India or other neutral states, were quickly criticized, threatened with sanctions, and cast as enablers of injustice. Now contrast that with Washington's stance when it comes to the conflict in Gaza. As scenes of devastation, civilian casualties, and humanitarian crises fill the headlines, the Trump administration's rhetoric suddenly softens. Instead of forceful calls for rules-based order or proportionality, the U.S. offers blanket support, downplays uncomfortable facts, and vetoes moves for international accountability at the United Nations. Instead of threatening sanctions, America shields its ally, even as respected humanitarian voices warn of war crimes and mass suffering. Critics around the world are asking, why is international law sacred in Kyiv, but negotiable in Gaza? Why are some acts of violence condemned and punished, while others are excused or ignored based on which side commits them? President Trump's foreign policy, many argue, reveals a pattern, one that prioritizes power politics, alliances, and domestic interests over universal principles. This double standard does more than undermine America's credibility. It sows deep distrust among nations and ordinary people alike. Citizens in the global South point out that their tragedies rarely make Western front pages. Their suffering, it seems, does not demand the same outrage or political will. Meanwhile, adversaries use this hypocrisy to justify their own abuses and cast the very idea of a rules-based order as a myth. As we look ahead, the world deserves a more honest and consistent approach to human rights and international law. Selective morality, whether in Ukraine, Gaza, or elsewhere, only deepens global divisions and erodes trust in leadership. The world is watching, and the message is clear. True justice must be blind, not adjusted for friends, foes, or political convenience.